Hello everyone, back to today's second video. We're doing GavsWeatherVids Sunday Round Up for today's second video. So this could be your Sunday afternoon eclectic mix up this map. We're going to be looking at things like sea surface temperature anomalies, solar activity, the Arctic Oscillation, North Atlantic Oscillation, and also weather next week to 10 days and beyond as well. And I'll get on that for you very shortly. We've got loads of pictures to share with you for the first 5-10 minutes of the video. As I said, we're setting aside the first 5-10 minutes of Sunday Roundup for your picture, so we'll start with those very shortly. So the first video released today was the 5th Autumn Analogues update, and it's a QBO special today, so it's a very interesting video, I think, even if I do say so myself, looking at all the possible ramifications of the QBO, and yeah, it's quite an interesting watch. So have a look at that. The video will be placed on the Autumn Updates page. There'll be a written summary that goes with it as well tonight at GavsWeatherVids.com. At 6 o'clock to be live streaming, so yes, always on a Sunday going to live stream. That'll be from 6 o'clock, and in this live stream we're going to have a look at the GM temperature and rainfall anomalies for the winter of 2020-21, the long range version of the Canadian model GM. Have a look at those later on in the live stream, and that'll be coming up from 6 o'clock. Okay, so I think better crack on. We've got a lot to get into this Sunday Roundup. So starting with your pictures. So, of course, yesterday's video was looking at Furnace Thursday last year, Thursday the 25th of July 2019, where we recorded a new all-time maximum temperature record for the UK. Of course, the original Furnace Thursday was actually in 2018, and we are nearing the anniversary. Will be tomorrow of the 2-year anniversary of the original Furnace Thursday, which I think was the 27th of July 2018. Temperatures pushed up into the mid-30s Celsius, but there was also tremendous thunderstorms across parts of the country as well. We didn't get any here in Northants, but there were really big thunderstorms on the original Furnace Thursday in 2018. This from Richard Trott, showing a fantastic shot of lightning on Furnace Thursday in 2018, and this one also from Richard. They really did have phenomenal storms up there in Redcar and many eastern parts of the country. I know James as well. James Ackland also had big thunderstorms on the original Furnace Thursday back in 2018. So yeah, a little recap there of the original, the first sort of Furnace Thursday. And then, of course, did it all over again 1 year later in 2019, another very hot Thursday. Less in the way of thunderstorms, though, in 2019. So big thanks to Richard for the recap on the original Furnace Thursday in 2018. This one's from America. This one's sent through by Almost Like a Boss, showing storm clouds in, I think, the New York area. Apparently, Almost Like a Boss had something like 3 to 4 inches of rain on Friday. So yeah, big showers. There was no lightning and thunder apparently, but big showers over there in Eastern America on Friday. You can see the big towering clouds there, really building up on Friday afternoon. This one's sent through by Savvy. It's Comet Neowise. So Savvy went hunting Comet Neowise last Sunday night. I think he went up Brim Mountain and yeah, took this amazing capture of Comet Neowise. I think Neowise is gone now, so I don't think if you haven't taken any pictures of Neowise, I don't think you'll be able to take any more pics of Neowise. I think the comet is gone. But yeah, lots of pictures sent through, of course, over the past week or two of Neowise. This one also from Savvy, showing Comet Neowise as well, taken from Bryn. I think it's probably Bryn Mountain, I don't know, but taken from the Bryn on Sunday night. So also Sammy noticed the sun rising up over Bryn Mountain, or over the Bryn as well. So a couple of fantastic sunrise pictures there, which I suppose would have been like Monday morning, Sunday night to Monday morning, after he'd spent the night photographing Comet Neowise. This one from Richard, again, this is up in Redcar. This is sunset over Redcar, sunsetting over the North Sea, and a couple more showing the sunset over Redcar. That was sent through earlier on in the week, so big thank you to Richard for sending these sunset pictures through as well. Sunset over Redcar, really relaxing pictures there. This one from Richard Woodward, showing a rather cloudy looking sky over North Greenwich. Yeah, the city looking rather grey from a couple of days ago, I think. So Richard Woodward sent those two through of cloudy skies in Greenwich. This one from Dylan Holbrook, showing a soggy Saturday. I think Dylan had a bit of a soggy old day of it yesterday in Essex, grey skies, and I think there's some rain around too. And this one's showing storm clouds over Rugby from Callum Turley. Big clouds there over Rugby, not too far away from me. There were some big showers around last night where I am, but I didn't get this tornado, but everyone's talking more about that in a moment. I didn't see it where I am in West Northants. I think it's a little bit further east of me. More, I'm in the countryside, so I think it's more towards like town, more towards the town centre of Northampton. But this is from Rugby. This is Rugby anyway. Callum Turley photographing. Quite a big storm cloud there. Got a few to show you on our Discord. So, of course, we have the GavsWeatherVids Discord server. So, we've got a few pictures to share from there. This one from R, I think in Lithuania, showing a nice sort of sunset or sunrise picture there. This from VXLKS, or these from VXLKS, showing a nice bit of mackerel there, I think. These are from Dublin, so yes, nice relaxing pictures from Dublin via VXLKS. Nice big beach picture there. This one from Shirham in Sedgley, showing sunset in Sedgley. Those two pictures showing the sunset in Sedgley. There's Sammy's Neowise pictures again. This one from Dr. Jesus, showing a hedgehog. Hedgehog Lodge. So, yeah, nice little hedgehog pictures. Got a couple of captures here from Sweet Treats in Portugal. Showing very, very intense lightning. Look at that, really intense lightning in Lisbon in Portugal. Wow, that really is amazing. Amazing captures there from Portugal. Rather international flavour from our Discord pictures today. Cloudy skies in Sedgley from Shirham, just there. There, of course, is the tornado. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. This one from Alpha SB, showing pretty intense-looking storm cloud there over in Lincolnshire area, I think. And this one from Emily the Unknown Lugia, showing quite a lot of nimbostratus. I think from Denmark, quite a lot of nimbostratus from Denmark. Plenty of rain clouds and pretty grey looking morning over there in Denmark. Yeah, of course, there was this tornado in the Northants area. So I've seen lots of images on Twitter about this. I thought I'd just share this one from Weather Meteo World. Storm Chaser UK EU. Wow, absolutely incredible footage of a tornado near Northampton, UK this evening, yesterday, 25th of July. Epic footage by Kate Demi. Have a look at this. So there it is. That is the tornado that was affecting parts of Northampton yesterday. I think it was in the Moulton, Dusson, Chapel Brampton sort of area. I don't know whether any of the houses were damaged in Chapel Brampton, but they're very, very expensive houses in Chapel Brampton. So I would think they've all got a lot of insurance. That's like the millionaires part of Northampton in Chapel Brampton. But yeah, also Moulton and Dusson was affected with this as well. So yeah, proper tornado that, isn't it? Tearing through Northampton yesterday afternoon. Absolutely incredible footage of that tornado in Northampton. Yes, big thank you to everybody for sharing your weather pictures. So if you'd like to have pictures featured within the first 5 or 10 minutes of GavsWeatherVids Sunday Round Up, please email them to us at GavsWeatherVids@gmail.com. Share them with us on our Facebook and Twitter pages, or also on our Discord, our GavsWeatherVids Discord. You can find the link to the GavsWeatherVids Discord in the description at YouTube. And you can, of course, also post them to the comment box at GavsWeatherVids.com. And we are setting aside the first 5-10 minutes or so of the Sunday Roundup for your weather pictures. Sunday Roundup will be stopping 6 weeks today, though. We're doing the first winter update in six weeks today. That'll be the first winter update. So I have to set aside another video then, I suppose, for your picture. But a big thank you to everybody for sharing their pictures. Right, let's get on with Sunday Roundup then and start off in the tropical Atlantic. So, Hurricane Hannah has gone down to a tropical storm. There's Hannah just there somewhere around the Texas-Mexico border. So currently, Tropical Storm Hannah, as it is now, is giving maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 988 millibars, moving west-southwest was at 8 miles an hour. Will be moving inland into Mexico and decaying, I suppose, as it does so. They've also got this disturbance area just here, this orange X in the middle of the tropical Atlantic. That's disturbance 1. Now there's 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours and a 90% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. It's a very intense system, or it is going to become a very intense system. So it's saying a broad area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave located about 1,000 miles west-southwest of Cabo Verde Islands is producing a large area of cloudiness and disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for development, and a tropical depression is likely to form early this week while the wave moves westwards at around 50 miles per hour across the tropical Atlantic. There's a very high chance it's going to be our next named storm. Probably, certainly a tropical storm. There's a very good chance I think this could become a hurricane in the next few days, and it'll be interesting to see how powerful this gets. I think it's possibly going to be tropical storm or Hurricane Isaias, something like that. Not quite sure how to pronounce that name. We'll be hearing quite a bit more about that in the coming days, I'm quite sure. Solar activity next. So this is how the solar disk is looking on outside of this today from solarham.net. We've got a sunspot. I think this is from Solar Cycle 25, a sunspot from Solar Cycle 25 as well, down here in the southern hemisphere of the solar disk on our side of the disk. However, despite that sunspot, solar activity is at very low levels and is expected to remain at very low levels for the next 3 days at least. This is the GavsWeatherVids Solar Activity Tracker sent through by our good friend James Acril, updated to today, the 26th of July. The orange line depicting each individual day's worth of sunspot activity. So you can see just here we have got a little bit of sunspot activity actually, and we just saw that, we confirmed it by looking at the solar disk. So yes, there is a little sunspot on the is a little sunspot on the solar disk on our side of the disk today, and we have a few days at the moment where we are getting sunspots, punctuated though by several days where there aren't any sunspots. So we remain at very low levels of solar activity, of course, but 1 or 2 sunspots coming through. The trend lines, you have the thick green and thick trend lines. They are trending up a little bit actually at the moment due to this little sunspot that we've got right now, so that's lifted trend lines up a little bit. However, we're still virtually on the floor of the chart really, so for the time being, yes, solar minimum does continue. This has been sent through by Richard, so this is showing spotless days and the current spotless stretch. Big thanks to Richard Short for sending this through. So for 2020 so far, we've had 153 days, 74% of the year without any sunspots. That's comparable to 2019, which had 281 days throughout the whole year, 77% of the year without any sunspots. So really deep solar minimum continues. 74% of the year so far hasn't had any sunspots, compared to 77% last year. Yes, deep solar minimum continues for now. Big thank you to James and to Richard for sending those through, those charts, that data, I suppose, through. Right, this is how the sea surface temperature anomalies, I should say, were looking when we did last week's Sunday Roundup. So, I've got our 3 areas of interest. We've got the ENSO region just here. We've got the Northern Pacific over here. And then we've got the North Atlantic over there. That's how sea surface temperature anomalies were looking last week. This is the latest in terms of those sea surface temperature anomalies. So let's deal with the ENSO region first of all. The signature of La Nina continues to develop. Yes, this is a signature for La Nina. These cold and average sea surface temperature anomalies stretching out across the equatorial Pacific Ocean from Peru just there to Indonesia over here. Strongest in the eastern part of the equatorial Pacific over towards Peru, over towards the Peruvian side, of course, but generally just gradually spreading out along the equatorial Pacific Ocean at the moment. So yes, that's a signature for La Nina, and it looks like it's continuing to develop pretty strong over in the eastern part of the equatorial Pacific Ocean, but also stretching out as a weak signal through the central and even to like the western part of the equatorial Pacific Ocean. Weak La Nina continues to develop then in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. Going further north into the North Pacific, that's how things looked last week. This is the latest, so very significantly warmer than average in this northeastern part of the Pacific Ocean, no change there. And then in the North Atlantic, again, let's go back to last week. That's how things looked in the North Atlantic last week. This is the latest, very little change there either. Tropical Atlantic remains pretty warm. The tropical Atlantic is primed, I think it is primed for a big tropical storm and hurricane season. The energy is there in terms of the sea surface temperatures, so all it needs is the right atmospheric conditions to come along and things are going to explode, I think, in the tropical Atlantic this season. Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean, warm and average through there too. Then going up into the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean, generally very warm across most parts of the North Atlantic Ocean. Really, the Atlantic is in its warmest state, I think, but it's been for several years. So yeah, really warm Northern Atlantic Ocean as well right now, and over into the Norwegian Sea as well, pretty warm up there also. So wherever you look across the Atlantic, it is a pretty warm scene at the moment, and particularly so, of course, up this eastern side going towards Greenland, and then in the tropical Atlantic as well. This is the Southern Oscillation Index, so this is just an index that's reflecting the atmospheric state down in the Southern Pacific Ocean. It's not driving anything, it just reflects what the atmosphere is doing. So when the SOI is in its negative phase, the atmospheric setup will be reflective of El Nino. When the SOI is in its positive phase, the atmospheric setup will be reflective of La Nina. To get these events really going, be they El Nino or La Nina, you need the ocean and the atmosphere to couple up with one another. The SOI is is moving into an increasingly positive phase at the moment by the look of it. So we did have some negativity of the SOI back around the middle part of July. So it went down to -12 and -8. But the last few days gone much more positive. 20th of July goes to +4. 21st of July goes to +14. 22nd of July goes to +13. 23rd of July goes to +16, and the latest there, because they're ahead of us in Australia, goes to 24th of July goes to +20.74. That's an atmospheric setup that is going to be strongly reflective of La Nina. So yeah, the atmospheric setup looks to be increasingly moving towards a La Nina type setup, and that will just help the ocean to power up this La Nina event, probably, or develop it further anyway. This is how the CFS V2 is forecasting the central part of the Equatorial Pacific, the central ENSO region 3.4. We've got our temperature anomalies on the side and dates in monthly periods on the bottom. All important number is half a degree, be that below or above average. That's like the minimum requirement to get to an El Nino setup if it's half a degree above average, or a La Nina setup if it's half a degree below average. So at the moment we're somewhere around here. So yes, we're sort of into just borderline weak La Nina territory. The black dashed line is on summer mean. That's dropping down further into the autumn, going into a weak La Nina somewhere between 1 and 1.5 degrees below average. Not all that far away from what would be classified as a moderate La Nina. I think for a moderate La Nina we'd have to go to around 1.5 degrees below average. Not quite getting to that, but not all that far from it. So weak La Nina being forecast by CFS V2 still, as it has been since January. It's been a very, very good and very consistent forecast by the CFS V2, you have to say. Right, just very quickly, QBO. So I won't talk too much about this because the autumn update is a QBO special. So there is a lot to digest in today's autumn update in terms of the quasi-biennial oscillation. But just say that the very latest is that, this from NASA, of course, is that we zoom in, is that we continue to be seeing the westerly QBO, like at the top of the troposphere somewhere, around or just a little bit above 30 HPA. We are neither really in a westerly or an easterly QBO phase at the moment. We're somewhere in between. And yeah, it just goes on. The confusion about the QBO just continues for the time being. Is it going to be a westerly QBO? Is it going to be an easterly QBO? Or will we just continue to stay somewhere in between through the autumn and going on towards the winter? All eyes will be on the QBO over the next few weeks and months, of course. And do please check out today's 5th autumn update. It is a QBO special. Loads and loads and loads of information and stuff to digest, and you know, all the ramifications of what could happen if the QBO was to power up westerly or power up easterly or stay stuck somewhere in between. All ramifications for the autumn discussed in that 5th autumn update. So have a look at it. It's really quite an interesting watch this week, even if I say so myself. This is from Arctic. This is from National Snow and Ice Data Center. Arctic Sea Ice News and Analysis. So the melt season continues. This blue line just here is showing this year, 2020's Arctic sea ice extent. You can see that it is dropping away. We are moving ever more into the melt season of this season. So we're going to bottom out probably in the early part of September. We will reach the minimum for Arctic sea ice extent. Let's see how it's comparing to our most recent averages. This is 2011-2019. We're under that now. We are under our most recent 10-year average, 2011 to 2019. Of course, we're going to be well, if we're under that, we're going to be well under 2001 to 2010. We're going to be under 1991 to 2000, and we'll be under 1979 to 1990 as well. Let's get rid of all of those, see how we compare to recent years. So this is last year, 2019, a little bit under 2019 now for this melt season. Let's get rid of that and put in 2018. We are under 2018 as well. That's 2017, which we are under also. 2016, we're under 2016 as well. 2015, just there, we're under that year. 2014, yes, we're under that for our Arctic Size Extent 2. That's 2013, which we are also under. Missing the Death Spiral 2012, and we are under the Death Spiral year of 2012 as well. Keep in mind that just because we're under 2012 right now does not mean we will necessarily be under 2012 when we reach the peak of the melt season in the early part of September. We might do something like this and just fall away further. It's possible we will, but more likely I would have thought is that in the end we will probably sort of cross over at some point with 2012 and perhaps do something a bit like that. But we shall see, and come at just a little bit short of 2012's melt season, but we shall see, and all will be revealed in the next few weeks and months, of course. Next couple of months, I suppose. Arctic Oscillation observed and forecast next. So this is an index that's reflecting absolute state, this time over the Arctic. So when the AO is in its positive phase, we've got low pressure up over the Arctic. When the AO is in its negative phase, we're going to have high pressure. We're going to have blocking over the Arctic. And yeah, we're in the negative phase, just weakly negative, but in the negative phase of the AO right now. The GFS ensembles, which is the red lines here at the end, they're forecasting the AO to stay weakly negative in the next couple of weeks going into the early part of August. So this is telling us we have got northern blocking over the Arctic, and northern blocking in the summer will typically be associated with quite big Arctic sea ice melt seasons. So it's not particularly surprising that we are seeing this melt season that we've got at the moment when we have a northern blocking signal such as we have excuse me, such as we have this year. But yes, northern blocking is there over the Arctic at the moment. The AO is in its negative phase and expected to remain in a negative phase for the next couple of weeks. NAO, observed and forecast, looks like this. So the NAO has also been negative and is negative at the moment, just there. Remember, this is reflecting atmospheric state in the North Atlantic as opposed to the Arctic. Bit of a change coming up with the NAO, though, as we go into August. The GFS ensembles are forecasting the NAO to start going positive into the early part of August. That might be telling us we're going to see a strengthening of the Azores High. Are we perhaps going to see the Azores High strengthening? The Azores High has been absent through most of this July, hence why the NAO has been negative, and the AO as well, to some degree, I suppose. The Azores High has been absent, really, through this July, but maybe we're going to see a strengthening of the Azores High in August as the NAO is starting to go positive. So if we do, that might be better news for people who like drier and warmer weather for August. We shall see. Right, let's do some forecasting. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at London from Old Wetter Central today. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average. We are cooler than average now at the moment, and we're going to stay cooler than average if this is right for the next few days. So as we come towards the end of this week and into next weekend, we see the upper air temperatures really taking off. We have got a bit of a heat spike showing up there. Friday, Saturday is going to get hot. Temperatures will push up. Upper air temperatures are going to push up above 15 degrees at 850 HPA, but surface temperatures are going to go above 30 degrees. So yeah, we're going to have our hottest weather on Friday and Saturday, I think, that we've had since late June, right at the very end of July. Moving into the first week or so, first week to 10 days of August, this period just here. So we see a drop down in temperature quite quickly. It's only a very brief heat spike when temperatures drop away. However, it does look as though as we go through the first week of August, we possibly have the upper air temperatures picking up again. So yeah, it looks like we'll be moving into slightly warmer phase through the early part of August now, perhaps. Precipitation-wise, a lot of dry weather coming up after yesterday's torrential rain and thunderstorms and tornadoes too. It is a lot drier now. Will be more rain tomorrow, though. Going to be more heavy rain, particularly for central and northern parts of the country tomorrow. Once that one gets out of the way, though, Then we are on a drying trend. First week of August could be a little bit on the showery side, particularly around here. That could be like thundery as temperatures are dropping somewhere around 2nd, 3rd of August. But overall, that is a pretty dry ensemble, actually. It is for London, of course, but it's a pretty dry ensemble, I have to say. Again, maybe just telling us as we go to August, the Azores high might be starting to strengthen a little bit. We shall see. Temperature anomalies from 26th of July to 3rd of August, around to slightly above average for England and Wales, around to slightly below average for Scotland. Excuse me again. Precipitation anomalies from the 26th of July to 3rd of August, wetter than average, Scotland and Northern Ireland, drier than average for England and Wales. These charts will probably trend warmer and drier over the next couple of days. We shall see about that. This is how the UK Met Office is looking for Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we're in a showery and quite cool northwesterly, but high pressure is beginning to build in from off the Atlantic. High pressure then takes over through the second half of the week. A nice area of high pressure sitting over top of the country, bringing lots of dry and warm weather with it. In fact, turning very warm to perhaps locally hot down in the south by Saturday the 1st of August. Temperatures likely to be reaching 30 degrees plus down in the south by then, I would have thought. Watch out, though, for the chance of some thunderstorms beginning to break out from the south and the west via this area of low pressure just here. This is midnight run of a GFS. So again, we've got this ridge moving in from the Atlantic on Wednesday. That settles us down into the second half week as winds turning to the south. Temperatures will start to warm up very quickly. Friday may or may not reach 30 degrees. So we're wondering whether this July will be the first July not to reach 30 degrees since 2011. I think we probably are going to reach 30 on Friday, but we see it's touch and go time on that. I think there's a very good chance we'll go to 30 degrees plus though for Saturday. That's the 1st of August. Thundery low there over France might threaten some thunderstorms into southern parts of the country on Saturday. Sunday through to Monday, we start to introduce a cooler, fresher westerly flow. Temperatures begin to lower, and then as we move up towards day 10, we do turn cooler and fresher, but still with an anticyclonic influence, still with a ridge from the Azores high. Now, let's go back. This area of low pressure just here, I believe, is the tropical storm / hurricane that that we discussed earlier on in the video. The possibility, anyway, of a tropical storm or hurricane. That area of low pressure there around Newfoundland on the 6th of August. Moving into the extended range, we keep quite a nice influence from the Azores high, actually, as we go from the first week to the second week of August. So, yeah, it does look as though, like, first half of August now might be shaping up to be rather warmer and drier with a little bit of a high pressure influence from the Azores. GM, again, this ridge is moving in on Wednesday. That brings a lot of dry and warm weather for the second half of the week. Temperatures will be lifting up too. Watch out for chance of a thundery breakdown, though, on Saturday. Could be quite hot, however. That introduces cooler, fresher air as we go through into second half next weekend. And then moving up towards day 10, we look quite cool and unsettled then with low pressure meandering in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures will be a lot lower. And then the ECM looks like that. So again, we're under a ridge of high pressure from around Wednesday onwards, turning drier and warmer, in fact turning hotter through the end of the week. This does suggest 30 degrees is likely to be achieved on Friday, the last day of August. They've got 15 Celsius firm across England and Wales, so that should get us to 30 degrees for the last day of August. This is Saturday the 3rd, last day of July I should say. It's Saturday the 1st of August. Again, drawing up those hot southerly winds. There's the upper air temperatures. They look hot for England and Wales, so maybe 32 is achievable there. That's 90 Fahrenheit, somewhere like London on Saturday. After that, though, a little bit of a breakdown takes place. This low pressure comes in off the Atlantic, probably involves thunder, and then temperatures lower. We're drawing cooler air from off the North Atlantic. Look at that, upper air temperatures a lot lower by Monday the 3rd of August. And then we head up towards day 10, which is Wednesday the 5th of August. We look like that. So between low pressure then, the low pressure is thundery low is over sort of Denmark and southern Norway and Sweden. Another low is in the Atlantic. So it looks like the ECM is turning increasingly unsettled there actually through the opening days of August. This is rainfall forecast based on that ECM run from Temeccio.com. So we're going to draw in more rain tonight and tomorrow, particularly for northern and western parts of the country. Once that one gets out of the way, though, we're on to a drying trend then through the rest of the week. So we go up to the rest of the week, drawing up southerly winds. There's some rain from the northwest of the country, you'll see, but drawing up southerly winds, turning increasingly dry, sunny and hot. Second half of the week. Could be a bit of a fungy breakdown, though, by next weekend. Could be some further sort of breaking out then. And of course we bring in the cooler fresh air from the Atlantic and areas of low pressure, lowering the temperatures and bringing rain in from the west too. Finally, CFSV2 data. So these are 500 millibar heights bring down to week periods. The first week period takes from 26th of July to 1st of August. The coming week, low pressure over to the northeast of the country, winds in from like a westerly direction. We know high pressure becomes increasingly influential as we go into the second half of this week. Week 2 is the 2nd to the 8th of August, above average heights, high pressure to our southwest, below average heights to the northeast. Temperatures, wind direction, I should say, doing something like that. So looking a little bit more settled, although probably still a little bit changeable even then, but higher pressure is to our southwest. Big change over week 3. This is the 9th through to the 15th of August. Above average heights building over to the north of the country. That will send the wind into the east probably. That could be drier and potentially very warm. And also an anticyclonic influence for week 4. This is the 16th to the 22nd of August. Above average heights then pretty much over the top of the country. Dry and warm again. So maybe August is shaping up to be a little bit on the dry and warmer side. Time will tell. This finally is how the CFS is forecasting August overall, with 700 millibar height only for CFSV2 for August, showing low pressure over country and to our west. Some blocking up to the north would therefore be quite an unsettled month. Despite what I just saw a moment ago, that would be quite unsettled, I think, for August. Temperature anomalies are no better than average. Will probably be quite a coolish month, actually. No signal for rainfall, but you will probably expect quite a wettish month if a 700 millibar height anomaly came off like that. I'm not sure about that. I think the signs are increasingly there, but actually the first half of August anyway might see an increasing influence from the Azores. Finally, just say, but if you enjoyed this video, then please can you give us a like, give us a thumbs up on the video. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff. Tell your friends and share GavsWeatherVids as far and wide as you can. Right, check out that autumn update. It really is quite an interesting watch, QBO special, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock with our live stream. We're going to look, of course, we will look at like the ECM ensembles and so on for next 10 days and 2 weeks. But we will also look at the GEM long-range model temperature and precipitation anomalies for the winter of 2000 and 2021. I'm sure there'll be CFS V2 data in that live stream for winter of 2021 as well. So I'll see you at 6 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, though. And yeah, I'll see you live here on the YouTube channel and across GavsWeatherVids platforms at 6 o'clock. So see you then. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.